It's very politically incorrect to say anything negative about abortion, even if it's medically true. And that creates a lot of injustice to women, because women deserve to know the truth. Women deserve to know how their bodies change during pregnancy and the impact of their choices.
I didn't really want people to know.
My mom had said, don't ever come home pregnant, so here I am pregnant, feeling like a real failure.
I felt I was disappointing them and that I had only one choice, is to have an abortion.
Yeah, I was in a state of shock and disbelief.
I was raped at 13.
I remember saying no, 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 but it was too late.
It was a 10-minute procedure, and that, why ruin the rest of your life, Gloria, when this can be over and done with.
I discovered I was pregnant. He also discovered that this former girlfriend was now interested in reconciling with him.
It was critically important to a young woman to help her understand that if she undergoes an elective abortion, that she's increased her risk for breast cancer. You need to tell her that.
There was one study that showed teenagers who have abortions between 9 and 24 weeks have about an 800% increased risk of breast cancer. I think adoption is a better option because it relieves her of that risk of future prematurity and breast cancer.
I wish I had the first baby to full term and given it up for adoption.
The problems in pregnancy that I deal with all the time as a high-risk obstetrician are the preterm birth risks. And of course, the preterm birth is a delivery before 37, but most of them, 37 weeks, most of them before 34 weeks, but abortion is particularly damaging and causes the really, really early preterm deliveries below 28 weeks. And those are the babies who are at risk for cerebral palsy, the risk for autism, the risk for developmental delays, and those are significant, serious problems that develop because of abortion, particularly in my specialty with preterm birth. We also see increased risk for possibly hemorrhages and things that are as a result of abortion. Because the procedures are done on normal women, there is increased risk of that. There can be increased risk of infection if done improperly. There's also increased damage to female organs because you're doing a surgical procedure that doesn't need to be done essentially or is elective. There's also evidence to support that multiple surgical procedures scars the uterus down, much as you would scar any other part of your body, and those wombs or uteruses are unable to support a pregnancy because of the scarring that's been done as a result of the multiple surgical procedures. One of the leading causes of death even to this day are unrecognized tubal pregnancies in young women.
The first doctor diagnosed it as a bladder infection and gave me antibiotics. The second doctor, actually at the hospital after I had passed out in the bank, diagnosed it as muscle spasms and gave me muscle relaxants. And I was directed to go home and, take the muscle relaxants and try to sleep. As I curled in the fetal position that night, I knew that I was dying.
She's increased her risk for possible mortality and mental health issues. They need to know all of those things, and they need to understand what that means in their life going forward.
Abortion is not an easy, quick fix. For many women, it results in a lifetime of suffering. I've been involved in lawsuits where women have committed suicide or experienced significant psychological problems after an abortion. And so it's not the easy fix that society will tell you it is.
I went into a huge suicidal depression.
About 10 years after my abortion, after a suicide attempt, and a great doctor in the emergency room who said, his first question to me when I came into the emergency room was, have you had an abortion?
The other thing is it's not an emergency, so please don't just go and think that you have to have your abortion now. You don't. Think about what you want to do and let us help you. If you need help, let us help you.